This was the location where the English and French battled in a struggle for power and control over Dominica. Picture earthy tones meeting the shimmer of twilight, where tradition dances with contemporary flair. Bathed in the hues of our theme, Sunset Creole Chic. It's a fusion of elegance and raw passion. Every color tells a story. And now, the heartbeat of Jazz and Creole 2025, the artist who will ignite our souls. Your journey to Jazz and Creole 2025 begins now. The legendary swinging stars, Abia Israel, Marie Pascal, Shalina, Colin XP, Colton T, the internationally acclaimed Etienne Charles, Dominica's own powerhouse, Marie-Claire Giraud, Signal Band, the Hitmakers, and to close our stellar lineup, the international reggae icon, Etana. Join us on May 4th, 2025 at Fort Shirley from 2 p.m. for a journey into music and Creole culture. Let's create a legacy together. This was the location where the English and French battled in a struggle for power and control over Dominica. Picture earthy tones meeting the shimmer of twilight, where tradition dances with contemporary flair. Bathed in the hues of our theme, Sunset Creole Chic. It's a fusion of elegance and raw passion. Every color tells a story. And now, the heartbeat of Jazz and Creole 2025, the artist who will ignite our souls. Your journey to Jazz and Creole 2025 begins now. The legendary swinging stars, Abia Israel, Marie Pascal, Shalina, Colin XP, Colton T, the internationally acclaimed Etienne Charles, Dominica's own powerhouse, Marie-Claire Giraud, Signal Band, the Hitmakers, and to close our stellar lineup, the international reggae icon, Etana. Join us on May 4th, 2025 at Fort Shirley from 2 p.m. for a journey into music and Creole culture. Let's create a legacy together.
Good afternoon, Monel. How are you today?
Good afternoon to you and to all your viewers. I'm wonderful. How are you doing?
I'm good, and welcome back to Walkabout TV, where you can find your rhythm and find your tribe.
And thank you for inviting me again. And do tell, how are you doing this Sunday? What's the weather like?
Well, it's a bit gloomy today. It's a little overcast. And how is it in Dominica?
Oh, we're under some water, but the sun is fighting to come out. So this is happening here. But we're always happy for some sun and rain. So whenever there's rain, it's a good day.
And that's usually every day in Dominica?
No, it's not. It's not. We do have some great days, plenty sunshine. But I will tell you, it adds to the fertility of our soil, so you can get some really good food in Dominica. So it's okay. But no to the always being to always having rain.
Okay. And you, I just want to say, you are my first repeat guest here on Walkabout TV.
Thank you very much. And was I the first guest at? Was I the first?
You are the first guest for,
Ah, look at that. The first and then the repeat. Thank you
yeah,
for having me again. Much appreciated.
and
Last
it's a
time we spoke
pleasure.
on Carnival in Dominica, and I'm happy to report that we had a 34% increase in visitor arrival for this year's Mass Dominica. And we look forward to next year's Carnival somewhere in February. Memory serves me right. I believe it's somewhere around the 16th and 17th of February in Dominica, so we can look forward to that Mass Dominic
2026.
2026.
But today we're gonna be talking about jazz and Creole.
Yes, we're jazzing it up today.
Yes. So for persons who don't know about jazz and Creole or even about you, just introduce yourself a little bit. Tell us about what you do at Discover Dominica.
My name is Monel Alexis. I'm the Communications and Public Relations Specialist for Discover Dominica Authority. So, part of the many things I do is to promote the events that we have here on island, promote them locally and, well, regionally, internationally. So, we're here.
Perfect. So could you give us a bit of a quick overview of Jazz and Creole Festival this year?
Jazz and Creole is one of the signature events in Dominica. For those of you who have been to any event in Dominica, you know that once you attend a Dominican event, and it's a great experience. So Jazz and Creole is another of the experiences in Dominica. It's a one-day event happening on May 4th. However, the experience started back on the 7th of April because for this event, there's numerous fringe events before leading up to the main day, May 4th, and numerous events after the main day as well. So yes, Jazz and Creole signature event is one of the fanciest, most glamorous events that we have here on the Nature Island. Think it's not just a jazz festival; it's jazz in Creole. So we're just jazzing up Creole. So you'll find some jazz music. You'll also have the Creole culture, that's our bouillon. We're big on bouillon. Dominica is the land of bouillon. So you'll find the bouillon music as well. We also bring in international artists to our jazz festival. So think of an experience like this. There's shuttle service that takes you to the Fort Shirley in the Caprice National Park where the Jazz and Creole Festival takes place. There's always a theme for the event, and this year's theme is Sunset Creole Chic. So for this one, you can think of different colors of the sunset, and you can dress in whatever it is that you feel compelled to wear based on the color of the colors of the Dominican sunset. So you walk in, there's the different colors, there's a theme, you're hit by the different aromas because the vendors, the food is exceptional at Jazz and Creole. We do have multiple vendors at that event. I will plug in also, individuals we have had no reports of persons falling ill from consuming food at Jazz and Creole Festival over the years. So eating or consuming food and beverages at our event, all our events, they are very safe. So thank you very much to the vendors for doing an awesome job as per usual. So yes, you hit with the food. So basically the event excites all your senses.
Mm-hmm.
Smell, the taste, the smell of the food, the smell of the fresh breeze, because you're at the Fort Shirley Cabrits National Park. So your sight, what you see is amazing. The fort is very beautiful, very historic. You're overlooking the Caribbean Sea and the Purple Turtle, Prince Rupert's Bay. You get
Mm-hmm.
that view as well. You're hearing some great sounds from the stage. And this year we have artists. We have numerous artists performing. I'll tell you about the artists very soon. See, you hear, you smell, you taste, everything just brings into the great adventure for Jazz and Creole. There's a kids zone at the festival, so we find a lot of individuals, they bring their kids to the event, the kids stay in the kids zone and the adults do their thing and then at some point return to engage their little ones. I will inform that the Kids Zone remains a very safe space. There's security throughout the entire space, particularly in the Kids Zone that remain there throughout the entire day. There's volunteers there as well. So there's stuff for the kids to do, the bouncing castles, the food, the cotton candy, the games, face painting, all the works in the Kids Zone. There's a big area for drinking and for bars. So there's the cocktails, the rum punches from Dominica, and all the amazing drinks that you want. As for it, we got it. That's what we specialize in for Jazz and Creole. And also there's an element called Boutique Dominique. So a lots of people, they come to the venue and they purchase their accessories for the event. So you
Oh,
can do that. You can dress up at Jazz and Creole for Jazz and Creole. So there's that option for you. So your accessories, your bags, the local products that you want from Dominica, all things Dominica is sold there. So it's a great space for visitors to come in if they want to pick up something to return to their homes. Then that is the event that you can enjoy being at the space and still live with something amazing that you can gift someone when you return to your country. VIP, one of the best spaces, great view of the stage, signature cocktails, premium drinks, amazing experience, bottle service. This is the sort of VIP that we have for the Jazz and Creole experience. And everywhere on the venue is just amazing. Everywhere, I promise. If you were to research or Google Fort Shirley Cabrits National Park, you'll see how picturesque of a venue this is. And just imagine when everybody comes in their color and things are moving. And, this brings the whole excitement and flair to the experience. Dominica's Jazz and Creole.
yeah. Of course, I did my research. I saw persons in their Creole chic wear. I even saw you modeling and one of the ads as well last year. Strutting
I didn't
yourself.
know they were going to post that,
Well,
but
you
I
came
will.
ready. And you definitely showed up and showed out last year. So I can't wait to see your outfits for this year. And the sunset, they have the oranges and the pinks and those nice colors. So I'm really excited to see how you guys are going to put that modern twist on your Creole wear. Now, you spoke about the different food options and the different aromatic smells. How many vendors do you have? Do you know how many vendors do you have at the event that would be serving food?
There's over 10 vendors at the venue. So there's over 10 vendors for patrons or attendees. VIP, there's the food there. There's also some other private VIP on the grounds with their own food. So what we don't run out of is food. I can guarantee you that. So yes, there you find all the local cuisines. So you can find the fig, the saltfish, the easy bites, and all these amazing things. You can get them at Jazz and Creole. So if you're looking for a Dominican experience, all things Dominican, from the food, the drink, and the excitement, you can get that at Jazz and Creole.
Definitely. Well, let's jump into the lineup.
Lineup. Yes. So this year's lineup is a pretty exciting. What we like to do, we like to give a nice little mix of the local artists with regional and international artists. So on the local scene this year, we have Swinging Stars Band, one of the oldest bands in Dominica, very groovy, highly energized. There's a signal band, the Hitmakers, coming through. And if you've been following Signal Band from Carnival or even before Carnival to this present day, you'd realize that when it comes to Signal, it's hit after hit after hit. This is Signal
They
Band.
have range.
Yes. And then also we have a Colton Tea. Colton Tea, very versatile. He started off as the ice cream man, or he was known as the ice cream man back in the day when we were a little bit younger. And now he has grown into this amazing artist who is very versatile. He performs different genres of music. Last year was his debut at Jazz and Creole. He was amazing last year, and he's coming back again this year on our main stage. So we're looking forward to seeing him there. Abia Yisrael is another young artist performing for Jazz and Creole. Abia, she presents this soulful mix. So if you're looking for an artist who can really have those lyrics to have you think about your life, the conscious lyrics, this is what Abia does. She forces you to think, to recount, to recollect, to reflect. And she's taking the stage this year. Mary Pascal, she's from Africa, residing in Dominica. She's been doing an amazing job vocally. She's also the leader of one of the biggest choirs in Dominica, the Sixth Form Cicero Singers. And she has great energy, great presence, and she is going to be performing this year on our stage. Shalina, one other artist from Dominica, young, very versatile. She has performed with numerous bands in Dominica, and she has backed up lots of artists, big artists locally and regionally. She'll be taking the main stage doing her thing this year. And Carlin XP, if you guys recall back COVID time, if you're following Dominica during COVID time, there was this one artist who every Sunday would go live via Zoom and on Facebook, and everybody would just follow her music, and she would just entertain us while we struggle and suffer through the whole COVID experience. That was Carlin XP. She's very loved. She's the Booyah Queen in Dominica, and Carlin, our Booyah Queen, is going to mash up the stage definitely for the jazz and Creole experience. And on the regional scene, we have Etienne Charles out of Trinidad and Tobago, Itana bringing the reggae vibes out of Jamaica, and we have an artist Dominican based who resides in New York, Marie Claire Giraud. She will be performing in Dominica for Jazz and Creole. She is a jazz singer. She's excelente. You know, I'm looking forward to her performance. So just to go over the lineup one more time. Swinging Stars, Signal Band, Colton T, Abia Yisrael, Mary Pascal, Shalina, Colin XP, Etienne Charles from Trinidad and Tobago, Marie Claire Giraud, Dominican, resides in New York, and out of Jamaica, Itana. These are the artists on the main stage. However, that's not all you're going to witness on our main stage. This is a Dominica product. We love to introduce or to present the other artists who are Dominican and our Creole component. So you will see cultural performances, you will see lots of maybe some bois bois, you will see some drummers, some dances, and all these different things to bring things in nicely. Also, there's a saxophonist who will be on stage as well. So Jazz and Creole is a great event, and I'm encouraging you very early to make your buying decisions. Come to Dominica for Jazz and Creole. And when you're thinking about coming to Dominica, think staying or booking your stay somewhere in the north. Why? Because Jazz and Creole takes place in the north of the island, Portsmouth. So this time of the year, or rather, from the Thursday or Wednesday leading up to Jazz and Creole, April 30th, there's an event every day in the north, and on some days there's multiple events. So think you're coming to Dominica, come around the 30th and enjoy some of the amazing things, or come May 1st. So think you come on the 30th, April 30th, that is the Wednesday, if memory serves me right. So that day we have the jazz and karaoke. The day after, there is the jazz and pan. The day after is jazz under the stars. And then we come to the third, there's free events. There is the Jazz and Art in Paradise. There is and two other events on that day. There is one event in 1 mile that's going to be a jazz and fusion, and then there's jazz on the beach, or rather jazz on the shoreline. So the day before Jazz Festival, there's 3 events taking place. So you want to attend. And then last year, I dragged my father everywhere. At some point, he was fed up and he disappeared from me. And I'm going to try again this year, see if he stays and sticks around. But it's a great hype. And in Dominica, we have this expression, babe, dress, and out again. So it's always a great hype, great energy. And you're invited to join us in Dominica for that jazz and Creole experience.
And one thing I would always say about Dominica is like you're definitely not gonna just go to an event, you're gonna go to an experience. There's always gonna be cultural elements in there. You will never go to an event and just said like I went to a party. You would always have an amazing experience in Dominica. So we've spoken about the different food that we can eat, the Creole foods. We've even spoken about the artists. We've spoken about if you forgot accessories, we have accessories at the venue.
We
So now,
sell shoes too. Come barefooted, or walking flats. With something else. We got to.
so after speaking about all of that, what I really want to talk about is the price to get into this event.
Okay, so the price to get into Dominica's Jazz and Creole May 4th is very reasonable. So, for if you have children under 12 and under, they enter the venue for free. So it's a family event. I'll plug that in first. Jazz and Creole is a family event. We want you to bring your partner, bring your kids, bring your entire family. The space is set up for the family. So Children 12 and under, they enter for free. Your teenagers aged 13 to 17, they pay 75 EC dollars to enter the venue. The tickets can only be purchased at the event, at the venue. And for that, you have to walk with an ID because we can understand sometimes the 13 and 17-year-olds may not look 13 and 17. So please walk with IDs for that. And for advanced tickets, they are $160 and tickets at the gate, 200 EC dollars. Now, it's a great idea to save $40 for drinking and get your tickets early, okay? So, and VIP is $350. So to go over it one more time, VIP $350, advance 160 EC dollars, at the gate 200 EC dollars, teens age 13 to 17 $75, and children 12 and under, they enter the venue for free. So you know the price. Now, where can you get your tickets? Online, you can purchase your tickets. Our website is www.dominicafestivals.com. Go there, get your tickets. Also, you can purchase tickets at the venue. You can also get your tickets in Dominica. So if you're tuning now and you're going to come to Dominica for the Jazz and Creole experience, which I think is a great decision, you should come. And when you get here, you can purchase your tickets at Deepak Scholar Lab in Roseville. There's a pharmacy called Bullseye Pharmacy. They're in Goodwill. They have a branch in Portsmouth, Picard, Portsmouth, and also in Goodwill. And you can also get your tickets in Portsmouth at Water's Edge. That is on directly across the bus stop, Borough Square bus stop in Portsmouth. So these are the options. But the best and the easiest thing for you right now, because you're online, is to stay online. Go to www.dominicafestivals.com and get your tickets right now. And for details, follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages, Dominica Festivals. Well, at Dominica Festivals.
So I just added in the chat. So if anyone's looking, they can definitely visit www.dominicafestivals.com.
.com, yes.
.com. So I have a couple of questions here about cultural connections. In your opinion, what makes Dominica's Jazz and Creole stand apart from any other jazz festivals around the Caribbean?
What makes us stand out? So let's talk. First up is the theme. Every year it's different. So every year we get very excited. In fact, people get stressed out and they always after us about the theme because they want to know what to wear, what do they get to make, what color, what fabric, what this and that. So this is one of the things that makes us stand out, us having a theme every year. Also, it's not just a jazz festival, it's a jazz in Creole festival. So you're coming to get the jazz, but you're also coming to get the Dominica Creole flair with the Creole elements of other countries as well. So it's jazz with Dominica, the booyah music, because you love that. So we always inject that in all our events. We got you. And also the flair from the other islands. What also makes us different is the experience that we sell. So part of the experience is, or rather it starts from the time you enter the venue, or rather from the time you hop on the shuttle. We have hired numerous tour operators, or rather taxi operators, bus drivers, to be part of the Jazz and Creole experience. And there are shuttle services throughout the north that people can get to come to the event. So you hop on a bus, you're cool because the AC must be on, to ensure that our makeup stays for a few hours before we sweat it out. So there's the shuttle service, which is spot on. And then the final shuttle will take you to, or rather the second shuttle will take you to the base of the Cabritz National Park, the customs area, right? So when you're there, imagine you're walking into the venue or you're seeing the entrance of the venue and there's music, the smell of amazing food, people are dancing. So the excitement starts at the gate before you take your final shuttle to the venue. So we create that experience for you. And our festival is multiple experiences within one experience. So the food culture at Jazz and Creole is one experience. VIP is another experience. Being able to have your kids in their own zone while you fet and have a great time is another amazing experience. Being able to come to a festival and purchase all these different local items so you can gift yourself or gift your family or friends when you go back or whatever the case may be, that too is an experience. Being able to get a walk with your towel people sit down anywhere in the park and just be free, relax, look at the stage from the screen, engaging with like minds, amazing people. That, of course, is an experience and also makes us different. And also, our safety component makes us stand out. I would have alluded to the fact that our event is very safe. It is so safe you will not get sick from consuming food. It is so safe that the police presence, they litter the space so you can feel safe when you enter the Fort Shirley Cabrits National Park. So safety is paramount. There's police. If you get drunk, ambulance is on standby. We got you. So have a drink. Drink responsibly. There we go. But if anything, you okay. You in Dominica, you're always okay. So this and all these things I would have already aforementioned are what makes us stand out. And of course, I will plug in the people and the attitude of the people at our events. Dominicans are amazing people. We are very friendly, warm, welcoming. When you come to a Dominican event, if you were to stop somebody, ask a question, they'll be more than happy to greet you with a smile and try their best to assist you in any way. You can find love, you can fall in love, you can discover yourself, at our activities. I gotta plug that in. We got beautiful people. So these are all the options, and all these things make our event stand out from the other countries. And of course, price point. I've traveled to a few islands and I've seen the prices of the events, and I'm like, whew, Dominica is amazing. The price, I would slide that in as well.
Yeah, and I totally agree. But something else I wanted to ask is about cultural preservation. How do you think that this event actually aids to preserving the culture?
Okay, cultural preservation. So think jazz and Creole. The Creole component of the festival is what helps in preserving our culture. So you will find that we engage lots of local cultural groups who will perform at the event. So,
Mm-hmm.
and persons, oftentimes, it's a great spectacle. They get to sometimes, or we'll find some people, or rather, some local celebrities at some points may join the artist, be part of the dance or the group that's performing on stage for this presentation. So introducing or incorporating the different cultural groups is one way that we ensure that the culture stays alive, and also carrying throughout the theme. So you will see lots of component of Dominica Creole based on the madras or the different colors that make us part of our identity. You will see that littering the venue as well. So these are two ways that we preserve the culture.
Yeah, that's pretty good. And it is really fun and engaging for persons who are not really familiar with the culture to attend events and be able to engage with these cultural practices and norms. So if it's a traditional dance and I am a tourist and I'm coming to Dominica, I can learn how to do the dance and
Yeah. I mean,
that.
you may not, I mean, you will learn.
Right.
You can attempt a few steps, we got you. And you can always, like I mentioned earlier, Dominicans are very friendly people. So when the people are done with their performances, you can stop
No,
them,
it's
have a
not something.
conversation. They'll be more than happy to engage you.
Yeah. And that's true. That's
Yes.
true. That is true. So I know you said that last year you tried to get your dad to come to Jazz and Creole with you. What is one of your favorite memories actually attending this event?
Well, I dragged him everywhere, bless his heart. So, so one of my greatest memory, are you talking about artists or like memory from the venue?
Memory of your experience at the event. It could be the artist, it could be the food, it could be whatever.
Okay, so for me, there's two things. So I didn't just take my dad, I also took someone who assists us at home.
Hmm.
It was his first time attending this festival,
Hmm.
and man, he was happy. He was smiling. Listen, I could see the man's pupil dilated, at several points for jazz and Creole. He was super excited to be part of the event, and in fact, he stayed for several months after jazz. He kept talking about his experience in jazz. So this year, I was like, hey, remember we're going jazz and Creole? They say, he's like, what? We're going again? I said, yes, we're going. And they say, okay, I'm gonna get my clothes. So this was part of what made it exciting for me. An artist, I loved Mappy. Mappy is a violin queen. Listen, Mappy brought the house down. It was amazing a presentation for me. I love that. And Mikkel Henderson as well. She is Dominica's Goodwill Ambassador. She is exceptional. And she was amazing last year on stage. So these are the great memories, fun memories. And everything was amazing. The colors, the food, the smell. And there's some people, they never see the stage. They probably see it when they come into the venue. But they're somewhere in the park for the entire festival and they never go to take a look at the main stage. They could be by the bar for the whole day, enjoying their drinks and chatting with their friends in the food area somewhere below. But like I said, it's multiple experiences, and you can curate that experience at Jazz and Creole.
And that's a perfect answer. But for someone who's never been to Jazz and Creole and they're looking at this, contemplating whether they should go or not, what is one thing that you would tell them they must do if attending Jazz and Creole?
One thing you must do is be yourself. I mean, yes, there's a theme. It's Creole Sunset Chic. You're encouraged to dress in the theme for the festival, but it's imperative that when you're coming to the festival, you express yourself for your clothing, and just be yourself. Have fun. You know, that is what I recommend. And everything is based on you and your attitude. I mean, we would have gone to a few festivals throughout the region or wherever the case may be, and certain things happen. It's not what you expect or what you wanted. But because you came with a positive attitude, the music is good, regardless of the little things on the side, you just ensure that you have a great time. You had a great time. So I'm saying, come with a great attitude. Be yourself. Have fun. So if you're someone who just laid back, be laid back while you enjoy the amazing artists on stage, while you savor the excellent, exceptional, delicious cuisine, while you sip on your cocktails. If you're someone who is very excited and you like to be at the forefront, be close to the stage. Jump all the time. Remove your heels. At some point, my shoes come off. So remove your heels, and just be free. But ultimately, it is critical when you come into the event that you be yourself. You express you. Dominicans, we don't make you feel uncomfortable for being you and expressing yourself. So come as you. Be you. This is my recommendation.
And
And you're
that's
guaranteed to have a great time. Yeah. But even
you.
if you pretend to be somebody else, you still have a good time too. So I would slide at it.
You'll definitely have a good time in Dominica. I think that's one thing I can attest to. I
Yes.
I've been to Dominica and I've been like, I I just want to chill tonight, and by the end of the night I had a ball. So
You see?
it kind of does that to you.
It does. And when you come into Jazz and Creole, think I'm not just coming to the festival, I'm also coming to explore the nature island. The island is beautiful. There's lots to do, there's lots to see. And again, there's experiences that you can create. So you're coming, think, when I'm coming to Dominica, I'm going to stay somewhere in the north of the island. The north is in the Portsmouth area. Think north, Portsmouth, Picard, think, and environs. And when
Hmm.
you get there, you can do some fun things. We have the deepest river in that area, the Indian River. In the same northern area, there's this waterfall called Syndicate Waterfall. There's an option for you. There is the Boanef Waterfall in Penville. We have multiple beaches in the area. There's the Bell Hall Beach, the Coconut Beach, the Purple Turtle Beach. You can go horseback riding. You can go whale watching in the north, or coral reef in the Portsmouth area. Beautiful. There's night snorkeling. You can go check out the coral reefs in the evening. Yes. Or you can opt to do that during the daytime. So there's lots to do in Portsmouth when you come to Dominica for Jazz and Creole. And if you want to, you can take a walk up the Cabrits National Park. There's space where you can hike. And then there's this beautiful mountain that overlooks, there's a hotel called Intercontinental and some other spot. But this is mountain that you can climb, hike to, and gives you this exceptional view of Portsmouth area and the Savon Pie Tatan area as well. So you can hike. There's lots to do in Dominica. So come for Jazz and Creole. And while you're here, make time to immerse yourself in Dominica. You're not just coming to Dominica for a festival, which you should come for the festival. But also, I encourage you to explore the nature island. You won't regret it.
You definitely won't regret it. So you have a little bit of something for the cultural enthusiasts. You have a little bit of something for the eco enthusiasts. You have a little bit of everything for everyone. You have food for the foodies. There's so much to do in Dominica.
I
And
concur. And also, not just, I would have mentioned the fringe events that are taking place from, well, they started back April 7th, but from Wednesday of this week, there's something every day, some days, multiple events. So, in addition to everything I mentioned there are bars and restaurants who are open, who have live band performances as well. So, on all these days, you can hop from one event to the next and just have an amazing time.
enjoy the off-beaten path.
That's correct.
Just see where life takes you.
Barefoot magic.
I love that one. I'm gonna store that one for memory. Barefoot Magic.
Yes.
But as we begin to wrap up, Monel, I want to thank you once again for coming onto this platform to talk about Jazz and Creole Festival 2025. This is Walkabout TV, where you can always find your rhythm and find your tribe. But in closing, I would like you to repeat or reiterate anything that you would want a viewer watching now or later on to know about this festival and about Dominica.
Well, I did not tell you guys how to get to Dominica for jazz and Creole, so permit me to do that first. And then I'm going to remind you why you should come to Dominica for jazz and Creole. We do have multiple air carrier options for you to get here. If you are in America, United Airlines flies from Newark, New Jersey to Dominica, and from Miami, there's American Airlines. If you're in the region, we got you. We have multiple options. There is Caribbean Airlines, there is Intercaribbean Airways, Win Air, Sunrise, Liat 2020. And yeah, these are the options that will get you to Dominica for jazz and Creole. If you want to opt for a boat ride, Express des Îles got you. If you're in St. Lucia, Martinique, or Guadeloupe, you can get a boat and come to Dominica for jazz and Creole. And just to remind you, the artists performing for this year, Jazz and Creole Swinging Stars, Signal Band, Colton T, Abia Israel, Mari Pascal, Shalina, Colin XP, Etienne Charles from Trinidad and Tobago, Itana out of Jamaica, and Marie Claire Giraud, Dominican, who lives in New York, are the artists performing for the venue for Jazz and Creole Experience. Now, you should come to Dominica for Jazz and Creole because this is one of the most exciting events in Dominica. Very fashion forward, but remember too, fashion is how you interpret or how you express it. So this is one such event. You are free to express yourself in your dress, in the food that you consume, in everything. So come for that experience. I encourage you to visit our website, www.dominicafestivals.com, to find details about our festival. Everything you need to know is on there. Also, follow us on our Facebook and Instagram pages at Dominica Festivals to stay updated. We do have several contests that we run, and some people will be attending Jazz and Creole for free because they tuned in and they followed our page. So be in the know, be part of it, so you too can get free access to our venue for jazz and Creole. We have a concierge team who remain on standby to assist you. So if you need assistance with booking, you need assistance with travel, with getting around in Dominica, we got you. Here's the numbers to call: 1767-275-7298, 1767-275-7293. Or you can send them an email, daconcierge1@dominica.gov.dm or daconcierge2@dominica.gov.dm. And remember, when you come to Dominica for Jazz and Creole, you're encouraged to take pictures. Take pictures, record your videos, be free, capture everything. I promise you the venue is amazing, and there's many photo areas as well. And all the photographers, they come out in their large numbers to capture you. So you see a photographer, strike a pose and dukes, smile, capture the moment, and post your content online. Tag us, Dominica Festivals, collaborate with us on your reels, and also use the hashtags, hashtag Dominica, hashtag Dominica Festivals, hashtag Jazz and Creole, so we can follow your journey and your story here on the Nature Island. And for all things nature-based, then follow us on Discover Dominica. That is Discover Dominica on Facebook and Instagram. Our website, www.discoverdominica.com. In advance, before you get here, check us out. See how amazing the space is. Let the beauty of Dominica drive you to the Nature Island. And while you're here, party with us Have some fun with great people. The food is great. The atmosphere is amazing. And you're guaranteed to return when you come back. Yeah, when you get here, you're going to come back. That's guaranteed. And yes, this is my reminder.
Thank you so much, Monel. It was always a pleasure meeting you and connecting with you. I hope that you have a fantastic time at Jazz and Creole Festival 2025. It's definitely on my bucket list. Let's see if it makes it in the final cut for next year.
Listen, you need to come here. I've seen you in other countries, but not on the Nature Island. I'm happy to see you one day very soon. And I'm thanking you very much for allowing this interview for Discover Dominica Authority to promote our product with you and on your platform. You did it for us for Carnival. We appreciate you. You're back on for this Jazz and Creole experience. So much love and respect to you for offering your service to us to amplify our message to your audiences.
And thank you for always being willing to participate, you and your amazing team there at Discover Dominica. I will be in Dominica this year in October.
Good. October for Carnival, for festival?
For Creole Fest.
Oh, so I should tell them, right? October 24th to the 26th is the World Creole Music Festival. Listen, this is one where you have to, it's like Carnival, you have to take your vitamins before you come to Dominica, you know? Take your vitamins, you have to rest before you come to Dominica for that festival, because this is the babe dress and out again, seriously. And we're very astute about bathing, dressing, and going out for the World Creole Music Festival. So this is one you don't want to miss.
And it's the 25th anniversary, which is why I want to attend.
It's the 25th, yes. So you know it's going to be bigger than last year, guaranteed. Silver Jubilee.
I can't wait.
Looking forward to meeting you. Well, seeing you again.
We'll see you again, yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Monel. It was a pleasure. This is Walkabout TV. I am Molentia Samuel, the certified Walkabout, and you can find your rhythm and find your tribe here on Walkabout TV. Bye.
Bye.
This was the location where the English and French battled in a struggle for power and control over Dominica. Picture earthy tones meeting the shimmer of twilight, where tradition dances with contemporary flair. Bathed in the hues of our theme, Sunset Creole Chic. It's a fusion of elegance and raw passion. Every color tells a story. And now, the heartbeat of Jazz and Creole 2025. The artist who will ignite our souls. Your journey to Jazz and Creole 2025 begins now. The legendary swinging stars, Abia Israel, Marie Pascal, Shalina, Colin XP, Colton T, the internationally acclaimed Etienne Charles, Dominica's own powerhouse, Marie-Claire Giraud, Signal Band, the Hitmakers, and to close our stellar lineup, the international reggae icon, Etana. Join us on May 4th, 2025 at Fort Shirley from 2 p.m. for a journey into music and Creole culture. Let's create a legacy together.